Okay. Is it working? Is it working? I have no idea. I recorded a whole bunch, like, I recorded maybe an hour of, maybe 2 hours of content last week, and it wasn't recording. And so I lost my mind and just didn't for a long time. Okay. All right. So my volume is working. Let me double check again. You see, here at my channel, we don't, okay. All right. So it is working. Shut up. I put it on my phone to see if it was working. Anyways, yeah. So we've done a whole lot, but yeah, we did. That's not cleared out. What do you mean? I did the quest. Anyways, so what we're doing is we're just clearing up quests. I did a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know where I ended the last stream. I'm not going back to check. But we're gonna do a whole bunch of good stuff around here. Why do I have to speak to this guy to deliver his katana? I thought I already did. Oh, this is some bullshit. Anyways, we're just gonna complete all these quests, all these miscellaneous quests, before we collect any more. And I don't know how long that'll take. But you know what? We're gonna go here first, and we're gonna find out. So, last time I was talking about a whole bunch of stuff. This week, a whole bunch of new updates on the Epstein files. That shit is crazy. And, oh yeah, I want to collect all the fungi in the game and then put it in my plantation. This plantation, not a Telvanni plantation. I'm going to stick by those words and that phrasing, because that's very accurate. This one is... Well, okay, I recently learned that in the modern day of Elder Scrolls lore, King Helseth, back during, like, after the events of the game Morrowind, he abolished slavery. And there was a big fight for keeping it or not, and the ones who wanted to keep it lost. And so now, House Telvanni and all of Morrowind are slave-free, which I just had not come across that material. It was very surprising to me. Yeah, so that's fun. And so now Varis, his backstory isn't even as an abolitionist. Like, he still has abolitionist sentiments, but now he's just a fucking diehard capitalist now. Mercantilist is a better word, but Jesus Christ. So, I think instead of him being a character who is partially redeemed by his belief in abolition, and specifically redeemed because it's important to be an abolitionist in his time, since that context no longer exists, I think that the basis of his storyline now is about adventuring, collecting power, and realizing that, oh, it's actually a net positive to help the small folk and to allow them to live their lives more easily through cooperation with them and fighting for them against the forces of oppression. Which is a completely alien concept for a Telvanni of his caliber and philosophy. And I think that him coming to that conclusion is going to be the overarching meta goal of his story. But it's right now he still believes in acquiring power, demolishing his enemies in Port Telvannis and the Telvanni Peninsula, and a lot more. So there's some updates that are fairly hopeful for his character arc and who he is as a character. So that's nice. But right now, I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about... Okay, so for my next essay on Substack, I need to do more research and read more literature about democracy and consent of the governed itself. Because I did put a lot of the onus of the world's modern problems on the governed for allowing the ruling class to just ruin the world. And so I need to have more references in my mind at all times about democracy, even though I was raised in America. But if you're raised in America, it's more likely that you'll be propagandized to have more faith in capital than democracy. Although we love to throw around the word democracy, just not its actual meaning. And so I want to get more acquainted with democratic literature, and just all sorts of... If the word libertarian was not co-opted by fucking losers, I would use it. But I also think that libertarianism is not... it's definitely not working out. Okay? And so, let's see. Snake, whale, bird. Fuck. Motherfucker. Get that fucker. So, but I also think that socialism is, we have to be very careful, because socialism can, at least the movement of socialism, snake, whale, bird, can be a very effective vehicle for autocrats to take power. I mean, look at the history of socialism that we get force-fed in our daily lives in America and in the West. Meanwhile, we have institutions and countries like the ones in Europe, specifically Denmark, Norway, Netherlands, where they have utilized socialism and socialist policies to make their egalitarian governments more equal and fair for the people who live in them. Now, I do not fail to observe that the majority of these countries are predominantly homogeneous, meaning white. And it makes you wonder. Well, it makes Nazis wonder. The arguments I've heard in the past from Nazis wonder, oh, so the only way you can get socialism is through having one race? God, no. It needs to be suffrage of all peoples and equity for all peoples within that country in order to assist the integration of them into the cultural fabric of that population. So, getting away from that whole fucking can of worms, I want to imagine how the governed of the United States can become less culturally and socially racist than the majority of Europe, while also having access to more social services and being more contiguous in its overt denial of empowering the ultra rich. Okay? Because not only do the ultra rich in this country have a fuck ton of power, but they also have empowerment from the people. Okay? We do not consent to have them as our oligarchical overlords, but we have the manufactured consent of propaganda spewed by them to decide to make us believe that, well, they have that power because they deserve it. Which, if that hasn't been debunked by the Epstein files for you in your own mind, in your daily lives, and how you interact with the rich, the ultra uber rich, then you wake up. However, okay, I recently read a little announcement that talked about the use of the Epstein class as a term for these oligarchs. And they said that using that term actually lower and narrows the scope of people responsible for the world we live in right now. Where the Epstein class... Okay, I think that at face value is what he said. They said. Not sure. I forgot the pronouns. But I wonder if that individual is classifying the Epstein class as only the people who engaged in the sex crimes. Because the people who engaged in the financial crimes, well, we see that the Epstein class and the billionaire class, the elitist class, the ruling class, are one and the same. Okay? They all interacted with each other through the... What is that? The spread of interactions, the scope of there's that theory where one person will, if you're degrees of separation. Hey, can you fuck off? Oh shit, I have no stamina. I'm completely fucked. Let me do a little cheat, because I refuse to fucking die and just waste my fucking time crashing because I loaded. Anyways. Also, I don't know why this suddenly costs so much magicka. This makes no fucking sense. What's going on? Nothing. There's nothing that makes it so that this has to cost that fucking much. What the fuck is happening? This is unreasonable. But anyways, so I understand the unwillingness to use the word Epstein class, but I think when you say Epstein class, that includes the ruling class. They are spheres that intersect almost perfectly, in my estimation. God damn it! Kill him, motherfucker. Ooh, shit. Ooh. What the fuck? I have no stamina. Okay. Hey, okay. But anyways, the rule of degrees of separation, where one person, after 5 degrees of separation, you're connected to every other person on the planet. Well, I think it's far fewer degrees of separation for all the rich people on the planet to be connected. And thus, all of them are implicated in the Epstein class as a term. For me, okay? In my use of language and my understanding of language. So, I have no issue with the Democrats using the Epstein class as a term. The Democrats of the modern Congress, who are, by and large, feckless and absolutely worthless, except for specific players like Ro Khanna, Massey. Massey's got his own fucking problems, but I just disagree with him on stuff. So he's putting in the work, and I respect him for putting in the work, especially for going against mainstream Republicans who are protecting pedophiles. Very obviously, very blatantly, there's not even an argument to be had there. So, and then there are other ones like Congresswoman Jayapal, who are... she is moving like crazy right now. And I'm loving the stuff she's putting out, stuff she's saying. She's doing great. She is doing great. But their use of the Epstein class, I understand why that person had umbrage with the use of that term. Because the Democrats right now, they are, by and large, protecting rich people and not defending the working class. But instead, they are being productive in their defiance of the ruling class by defying Epstein and trying to convict the people around Epstein. Okay? Because when you convict the people around Epstein, that will branch out and spread to encompass all rich people. Okay? Because all rich people are implicated in this stuff. And when I say rich, I don't mean the guy with a big house in your neighborhood. Although he's probably doing some shady shit too. I mean the billionaires. The globally rich people. Okay? A class that rich guy in the biggest house in your neighborhood is not a part of. Unless it's the biggest house in your neighborhood. Unless your neighborhood is one of the major cities in the world. Like New York, Los Angeles, and so many more. That's just the ones off the top of my head because I'm American, so deal with it. But the endless drip stream that we are experiencing as Americans in the modern day is fucking horrific. So, what is to be done? What is to be done? I say that the governed must take action into their own hands. If you are angry about the issues taking shape today, about the issues of the modern day, speak up. Act out. Okay? For my part, I'm not an extrovert. I'm not a particularly gleeful speaker, public speaker. I try to use my writings. And in this format, I'm able to speak freely because I don't have an audience in me to shake in front of. Because when I public speak, people tell me that I speak well and clearly, but I just shake so much. I don't know. It's really purely nerves because I'm not exactly nervous mentally when I get up in front of a bunch of people and speak. It's my body has a physiological nervous reaction standing up and speaking in front of people. But anyways, I don't enjoy being an extrovert. I don't enjoy being a community organizer. I don't enjoy interacting with a lot of people at a time. I even get a little skeevy around parties, especially with ones with a bunch of people, unless if I have my own group there and to talk to. So this format is very easy to me, comes naturally. I'm just speaking into the ether, and I know that just speaking into existence gives shape to existence. And when you speak ideas of social cohesion, activism, and community support, that encourages others who are more extroverted than I to have the language necessary to truly organize and understand the issues that they need to talk about and relay to the American people and relay to the global population. So I just hope that my ability to articulate my thoughts is helpful for anybody else and their articulation of speech and their own thoughts. Okay? All I want to do is be a speaker on topics that I care about, and if people listen to them, cool. I don't need people to listen to me as a person. I would just like them to listen to my ideas, okay? I very vehemently am against the idea of celebrity as a concept. I believe that people should focus on the words person says rather than glorify the person themselves, because that person is flawed. So why are we glorifying, mystifying, deifying anyone? Okay? Why are we worshiping anyone or anything. We should be worshiping ideas and thoughts. I think it was in another live stream that said that, this actually might have been the one that got cut, the one that I did not record. Hopefully this one's still recorded and has audio. But the last one I just didn't connect the stream or some shit. Oh my god, I'm not doing anything, bro. What am I doing? That's gonna be a really long quest line. Whatever. Ooh, no, it's gonna be really hard bosses and stuff. Okay. Let's be tactical about this shit. Let's just wait here, wait for it to become night, and then we're gonna finish the Bard quest line. We're gonna have no quest for it anymore, and we're gonna be free. We're gonna be liberated from this bullshit. So, I think I mentioned at some point, probably not on stream, that thoughts give shape to reality. I think I did mention this before, but I'm gonna go over it again. So, thoughts give meaning to reality. Okay? Wherein, let's look at money, at currency. Currency only has value because we agree that it does. Truly. Currency is nothing more than paper, gold, coins, whatever it is. Okay? All of it is nothing but material, matter. Even when you put effort into the creation of something from disorganized materials, or what we would suggest as disorganized, what we would value as disorganized, it has no inherent meaning. Craftsmanship has no inherent meaning or value. It is thoughts, ideas, intellectual, mental gymnastics, really, that give shape and value to things. Okay? The US dollar has no value on its own. It's a number that exists in abstraction. It's not real. But we believe that it's real. And our belief, our thoughts, our rationalities give things in the world value. Thus, nothing in the world has any value other than what we give it. Which means that our thoughts are the only thing in the world that have value. They're the only things that in our psyches can grant value. Okay? Because there's a difference between the process of deciding whether something has value or not and the belief that something has value or not. The internalization of it. Okay? Oh, 5,000 gold. Ooh, okay. Holy shit. I have so much carry weight. Okay. Alright, we need to sell this stuff. ASAP. God damn it, it's nighttime. Wait. I think the shop is still open. Okay, go. God, I'm so congested. I have to blow my nose, but I'm out of napkins. I'm out of toilet paper to blow my nose. Yeah, it's dark. It's dark and sinister out here. But, anyways. Our thoughts, our consciousness, is the only thing that has inherent value in the world. Thus, I think, therefore I am. And so, I think. We think. Therefore, we exist. And we, as a reference, a pronoun of the universe itself. Okay? And look, I include animals in this. I believe that animals think. I mean, they're not thinking the same way and using the same processes that we are, but they think. Plants think. And I mean this in a very pseudo-scientific way, okay? Philosophical way, that fungi, they behave very similarly to the neural networks of our own brain, not neural networks of artificial intelligence and computer science. But truly, fungi in forests, they behave very similarly on a massive scale to our own brains. They are like transit systems for nutrients, for warnings that are happening in the forest. So for instance, if there is a disease spreading through the forest, the fungi is able to inform other trees about that disease, and maybe the trees can defend themselves against it through some mechanism, you know? It's very loosey-goosey, but it's nature. It's thinking. To me, I decide within my own mind that that is thinking. And thus, everything that is organic thinks on some level. But does that mean that all things in existence should have rights? Now that's a curious one, okay? I think that yes, everything should have rights. But maybe I'm not informed enough to really harp on this topic, okay? I need to go back to The Posthuman by Rosia Barzati, where she discusses this topic. Because, okay, so a way to look at everything having rights is a river. If a company, a corporation, pollutes the river, it harms the entirety of the population who utilizes the river. It poisons them. It ruins their food supply. It poisons the fish in the water who are vital to the population around it. It pollutes and kills the life within the water. And so that life, imagine if we could defend the life that is sustained by that river in a court of law and sue the corporation, not just because the people using the river have grievances, but because nature itself has grievances about their pollution. Now, if you want to get really weird with it, you can assume that even the act of pollution is natural because it happens. Okay, now, nature is not only that which benefits, okay? It can also be what kills and what hinders. And so if we are animals living in nature and pollution is a byproduct of our use of nature, misuse, or we can argue that it's misuse, but it's a use of nature. Pollution is nature as well. It is natural. I mean, philosophically, it's not natural, but scientifically, purely logically, it is nature that is polluting itself when we pollute it as people who are consciousness is the universe experiencing itself. And so when we pollute the universe is polluting itself. But that does not take away the responsibility we have to allow the living things around us to enjoy nature, to have the pursuit of happiness, to have the freedom to live within nature without constant harm from pollution. Okay? So, pollution is purely natural, but it is not beneficial to the things living within nature. Okay? This is a unimportant distinction, but one that should be in the back of your mind as you're considering the metaphysics of all this. Okay? I need to find an enchanting table. Girl, This is what happens every stream. I lose my fucking mind. And so these anyways, can we represent the river in a court of law? Are humans stewards of nature, of the planet? You're free to think of yourself as stewards of the planet, but I think that which is beneficial for humans is beneficial for nature. So look at it this way. If we take the long run and we view what is beneficial for humans, then we find that, well, not polluting the rivers is good for humans. Not polluting the air, not polluting the world, not mass excavating and fracking is good for the things that live within nature and thus are good for humans. And thus it is also good for the planet. But what is the planet in this scenario? The planet, in my use of the word, is realistically just the things that live within the planet. Okay? Because the planet, it's a rock. It's a rock floating in space at immense speeds, soaring through the cosmos, just rotating around the sun in a constant spiral pattern as it shoots through space-time, which this rock does not have consciousness. Who are we to presume consciousness onto it and project consciousness onto it when we say the planet? We have to be aware that we're talking about the things who live on the planet. And I say who because I believe that all things that live have identity. Again, I'm getting crazy esoteric, so just go with the flow. Just vibe with it, okay? Because I'm not letting you argue with me on stream. You're going to have to go to the comments for that, or the chat. I'll look at... Actually, I don't know if I've looked at the chat at all. Certainly don't during the stream. I'm not going to be hindered. I'm a writer, and so I will, like, use writing abilities to comment back and respond if I see it. But, you know, I'm not doing shit on stream. I'm not hindering my stream of consciousness just to respond to some shit. Which, hey, that's not that good for a streamer to be doing. But I never said I was a good streamer. This is completely, this is like a thought diary, okay? I guess that's just a diary, but hey, whatever. This is where I go to forge my articulation of ideas, which normally I just do it organically through writing, but I think speaking them into the universe is also beneficial, and then also hones. Also, holy shit, I do not regen stamina at all. This is the fucking worst. Do I have anything that regens stamina? Yes, I do, but it replaces my necklace. Fuck. Damn it. You know what? Let me start this. Let's see, what can I get rid of? I wish I would... Oh, I don't even use these. God damn it. I really should, but I just always forget. Okay, we're gonna make that 5. And just doop. Now we can regen stamina. I'll just put it on every time we get into a fight. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. John, you better speak to me, John. I still move really slowly, but... What the fuck? So what am I doing? So crawl space into the shop. Hey, what's this? What's this place? I never saw this. Oddities and curiosities. Let me in here. Let me see what's in here. So, yes I do. What do you got? What do you got for me? Blinding spores. That's interesting. That would be very on brand for a Telvanni. Huh. He's got a lot of stuff. Goodness. Okay. I don't care. I mean, you got a nice place here, but I don't need anything. Anyways. Yeah. I want to educate myself more on the philosophy of democracy and the consent of the governed, and just get more acquainted with the language that I need. Because I hope I'm providing language for anybody who listens, but I also need to be provided language in order to better articulate myself. So, let's see, what are we doing here? Eesh. Now I have to wait. Oh, 5. Now we can get more mana, chakra. So, what was that? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to talk about something else. The fuck? Okay, so maybe we'll go back to it. The consent of the governed. I need to reacquaint myself with philosophy of, like, the philosophy of America, because even though that philosophy is inherently flawed, because when it was conceived, not everybody was freed. Not everybody was considered human. Okay? This is the crux of the post-human argument. Humanism has to be evolved and replaced because throughout history, humans have not always been. Not all humans have been considered humans. Not all Homo sapiens. That's right. I was getting to the point of can a river be argued for in court? And I think that if we get to a point where we can legislate protections for a river, we're gonna be able to live in a very productive and beautiful world where, what the fuck are y'all doing? Where at that point, I don't even think that oligarchs will be able to exist. Okay? Because I don't believe that hierarchical power structures are This is an argument that I have actually not given a lot of thought to. Are hierarchies inherent in human civilization? Because let's break it down. Is, in the ancient times, when you had hunter-gatherers, was the person who hunted the most and the most proficient in collecting food for the tribe truly the one on top? I mean, that would be considered meritocratic, where you achieve power through merit, through your merit, through the work you've put into getting it. So, what's going on down there? I'm gonna hope that I go down there anyway at some point. So, we would consider that to be, you have gotten to the top of your hierarchy through your merit, through your grit. But do you deserve to be at the top of the hierarchy in that sense? Do you deserve to become the chief? Because Does the person who contributes the most have the inherent ability to lead? They certainly have the ability to be an example, but do they have administrative ability? Because in my life, the people I know who work the hardest very often want nothing to do with the managing of others and the managing of other people's labor. Okay? You know? They're very focused on doing their own work, doing what they need to do, and being productive for their own sakes. Okay? Like, for instance, my mother comes to mind, where if she wasn't working, like if she didn't work, she would not be happy. She would not be happy, okay? But at the same time, she's constantly talking about how fucking, like, annoying it is. How much she hates her job. Not even hates her job. She kind of likes it, but it's the people around and within that job that make it miserable. And I know because I used to work there. Fucking shit. Even thinking about it makes me mad. Thinking about them makes me mad. But she has no desire to lead, to become the manager of that company, even though she's one of the hardest workers there. Okay? Is the hardest worker there. I'm not even going to put perhaps. Okay? That's not even my bias. That's like observable and statistic. Like, statistically, she is the hardest worker there, the most productive. But she has no interest in leading, and yet in a meritocracy, she would be propelled as the top of the hierarchy and the administrative person. So, who deserves to be in a position of power where they are administer? Well, perhaps, and it's important to consider that administrational power shouldn't be a power at all. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Does administrative power, being the quote-unquote brains behind an operation, grant you power over others? Okay. So, to be a truly effective manager of people, I think it is important to be a conduit through which democracy thrives. Okay, so if you are naturally good at organizing others, you should be in administrative positions, and the administrative tactic you should use is, well, operating through the consent of the people you are administering. Okay, so I need to think about this. So my underlying thesis is that nothing can operate without the consent of the governed. Nothing should operate without the consent of the governed. Nothing should happen without the consent of the governed. And so when an administrator has to think about their role, they have to be both a decision maker and adhere to the voices of the public, the people they are administering. And so, does being a listener of many voices grant you more power than being a decider of many actions? I would say that it's more cohesive to a productive workplace, toward a productive society, when the quote-unquote leaders have their ears to the ground of the voices of the people. Yeah. So, administrators have to listen to all people and thus decide based on the words of all people. and to not make decisions in a vacuum. I believe that this is how you get productive administrations, as like a term of organization, and top down. So when we look at it this way, are people in administrative organizational positions truly deserving of the power we give them? Because, okay, power is completely fabricated. It's an illusion. It's a shadow on the wall. And people only have power in the same way things only have value based on what we give it, okay? Power does not exist because it is a form of value that we place on people. Whoa, that was quick. Holy shit. How did that dragon die so fast? Oh my god. That was crazy. This place is cool. This little dungeon was cool. Oh. Yep. Okay, this place is neat. This place is very neat. Okay. So anyways, we should separate the idea of power equaling that which is administrative and organizational. Okay. Yeah. Because how can you say that somebody who sits at a desk and fills out paperwork and uses their own intellectual power is more deserving of recognition than the people working for them? Because instead, we should view it as, we should create systems where people aren't working for administrators. People are working with administrators. And I think that is the point of democracy. Okay? I think that is how you achieve a truly productive ecosystem where your political life is integrated with your daily lives, and in that way you have decisions, you have power over your own lives rather than somebody having power over yours. And if everybody has power over their own lives, then everybody in a system has power over the system. And I think what is holding us back from that is the power we grant onto others based on characteristics. And so, can we truly say that somebody who works in a different field than another is working harder than that other person? Well, yes. We define work as, if we utilize work in the sense of how it's used in physics. Okay? Ooh, we're going to get real deep now. So, in physics, work is defined as force multiplied by mass. No, wait, it's it's FMA. Force multiplied by mass multiplied by acceleration. Let me look it up. I know how to explain it, but I forget the fucking shit. Work equation. Force times distance. Oh, that's motherfucker. Mass times acceleration is force. Oh, god damn, it's been a while since I've been in the physics classroom. Okay. Shit. That's pathetic. That was humiliating. Humiliating. Whew. Anyways. Oh, he's not covered. No, he does not. Okay. So, work. think of work as, God, this fucker. One of my, in 7th grade, my science teacher, he said that my tip is based on how much work the server does, which means force times mass, force times distance. Do you lift the tray off the table into the air and bring it to the table and then lower it? Or do you just hold it in place or walking, like hold it horizontally in place the entire time you're walking? Because if you're going against gravity, that's more force than just walking straight. Which is also bullshit. Like, yeah, it's true in a vacuum, but work in physics is essentially the same thing as we think of work in labor. Okay? It's the thing, if you're doing stuff, if you're moving your body, if you're moving things, then you're doing work. Okay? And in that sense, does somebody in a position of work, does a construction worker do more work than an administrative person? What's that? Because at face value, yeah, one guy's sitting in the chair all day, one guy's out on the construction site doing work, doing the stuff. Okay, putting in the effort. But let's think outside of the body, outside of the individual, where an administrative person has responsibility over managing the work of others. Okay? In a meritocratic system, that the person who does more work, who is responsible for more work, who facilitates more work, that person would have the better argument that they deserve. Where the fuck is the guy? Who am I supposed to talk to? What the fuck is it? This is why I'm getting distracted. I'm getting pissed off. What the fuck am I looking at here? Speak to Thane Hroa Hearth Healer at White Watch Tower. Well, where is the motherfucker? Where is the motherfucker? What? Okay. What's going on here? Is this guy just not spawning in? Oh, no, here she is. Alright, got the message. What's this about? Okay. So, an administrative person is responsible for managing the work of others. And so, in a meritocratic system, if you are responsible for more work than another person, then merit dictates that you are more deserving of power in a meritocracy. But do you actually deserve more power? Because if we're saying that you're responsible for the work of others, doesn't that take away the agency of others? And this is why in a democratic system, everyone has equal power over their own work. And the administrative person, I mean, it takes away their ownership of another person's work. Okay, here we go. What the fuck is going on here? What am I doing? What is happening? Well, motherfucker, what is going on? Yeah, so the power. Defend watchtower. What the fuck? Whoa, what's going on here? What is happening? Where are those arrows coming from? What the fuck? This mod is crazy. What's going on? Ooh, it's a lot of bandits. Ooh, shit. Get him! Get him! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow, these astronauts are putting in work. They're putting in work. But is Varis putting in the work? Is Varis responsible for the work of these two? These two are not able to engage in a democratic process with Varis. Thus, Varis is responsible for the labor of these two astronauts, because they do not have the intelligence to engage in a democratic process. In game, not in lore. Astronauts have thoughts in lore. They are... I think they're more intelligent than animals, but less intelligent than Dromora and other Daedra. They're kind of like... The elemental astronauts are kind of like the animals of the Daedra. Kind of like Daedrats. But more... I don't know, they're like dogs. I think. I think they're like dogs. And so, when a creature cannot engage in the democratic process, does Varis, the administrator, have control and ownership over their labor and what they're doing? I mean, he's using Magicka, his own mind, to bring them into existence and direct them towards combat and whatever other things he needs them to do. And so if these were intelligent creatures who interacted with the player, who said, I choose to assist you, just provide me the Magicka to exist in this world, but you will not tell me what to do without my consent, then does that strip the power away from Varis and erode the very concept of power that he has over them? What the fuck are you doing, man? What the fuck is happening? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? This fucking quest is insane. Because it's so slow, but also takes so long. Like, what the fuck? What is happening? But yeah. Oh. Motherfucker. What do you mean, keep your eyes open? Alright then. But, yeah. Interesting to think about. Interesting to mull over. Ooh. Final raid. Where is it? Oh, what's happening? Oh, bombs! What the fuck? Whoa, man. What's going on here? Let me get this out. Oh, they're all around. They're everywhere. Ooh. Get him. Get him. Okay. Yeah. The consent of the governed. And... Governed has the connotation of power. It has the implication that that which is governing has power. And so we need to strip the very word, the idea of a governor, of its power. Okay? And within a democratic system, a truly democratic system, then nothing has more power than anything else. Everything is subject to the governed, even the governor. Okay, did we complete the quest? That's the final raid. Motherfucker. Holy shit. What is this? War Mammoth. Whoa. Okay. If you say so. But yeah. So, an administrator. And yet, in a corporation, an administrator gets paid more than, and gets compensated more than the worker. And this is because companies and business, or at least the current systems of business we live in, exists as a meritocracy where they view administrators as owners of labor, as responsible for labor. Because when you're responsible for something, you own it. And in a democracy, everyone is responsible for everything, and thus everybody owns everything. Because everybody has a say over how a thing is distributed and interacted with. Something to think about. Yeah. I think so. I think I'm right. And I think we need to strip the value we place onto administrators and reduce their salaries and distribute it among the people who are consenting to work with the administrators. Because instead of working for, it should be working with towards a common goal, which is whatever you want, whatever the governed wants the goal of the company to be. If the governed wants the goal of the company to be profit-driven, then that should be their right to decide as a majority, to decide as a consenting population of citizens. Citizens in extra legal senses. Citizens of a population, members of a population, of a common whole, of a common population. Yeah. Yeah. This is the premise of co-opt businesses, where everybody has a share of ownership of the company. And so, everybody should have a share of ownership of the country. And then it is socialism, where everybody has a share of the economy, an equal share of the economy, of decision-making power over the economy, where everybody has the ability to vote over the fate and the operations and the structure and infrastructure of the economy that they live in. And I don't describe myself as a socialist, but if that is the natural conclusion of radical democracy, So a counter argument to all this is, what about the person who doesn't want to work, who doesn't want to engage in democracy, who doesn't want to live in the person who wants to live in the social fabric of the democracy, but is just mooching, that is just benefiting off of the decisions that the majority makes? Well, what do the people of the democracy want want happen to these people. Okay? Again, it's up to the governed. And if the governed don't want to compensate people that are not contributing to the conversation, that are not voting, that are not contributing to the common goal of the democracy, then it's up to democracy what they want to do, you know? And in this sense, every structure on Earth, every population on Earth is inherently democratic, because the governed allow that which happens to them. In all populations, in all systems, the governed outnumbers the governors. This much is obvious. This is why revolutions are even successful. If there were more elites than there were people governed, then the elites would just win. Like, they would just have their say. But in the French Revolution, the American Revolution, and all revolutions across time, the people rise up en masse and decide the fate of the order. And thus, the underlying framework for all populations is democracy, whereby everybody has a say in how society functions. But we allow certain people to have more power in society than others, even though power is an illusion. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. Ooh. This is the basis of my argument in abundant worthlessness, that the governed are by and large more powerful than the elites and the governors. And what happens in a democracy, what happens in a population, is only allowed to happen via the consent of the governed. And consent is a precarious word, as I discussed a few live streams ago, where are you consenting when the elites are lying to you, when the elites are doing things that you don't want to happen? Well, the elites are doing it to you. And the only reason it's happening is because a majority of people are not fighting against it. Okay? Because if the majority of people fought against any given issue, that given issue is not going to last much longer. Okay? It can't, unless the governed aren't doing anything about it. Unless if the governed aren't making any changes of their own will, of their own choice, of their own industriousness. Okay? Because doing nothing, being silent, is capitulation. It is complicity. It is turning over and letting whatever happens happen. Because a majority has more power than the ruling class. Okay? By and large. And so when you have more collective power, more the ability to have more action as a collective. I don't want to use power as the word, as the description for this. When you have the ability to produce more of anything as a collective, then letting a minority of people who you have consciously given power to do stuff to you is consent. And so, let's look at this. The governors have the consent of the military to let them order the military around. Okay? But what happens when the military decides they no longer consent to being ordered around by the governors? We've seen this story before. We've seen it happen many times all throughout history. What was that? Smithing skill. Yeah, might as well keep that. This I already have. That's an enchantment. And so, if the soldiers decide, well, I'm not going to take orders from you anymore, that completely strips away the power of the ruling class, because the governed view power as that which you can do to somebody. And when you have ownership over the actions of the soldiers who carry the weapons that can be used against the people, then you have power perceivably over the people. Okay? Which means that if the governed, which includes soldiers, all decide that we no longer consent to being governed in the manner that we are, then the elites have no power. Okay? This is, it sounds, to me, this sounds obvious. This sounds basic, because we are coming across self-evident truths. Okay? Fuck is this? Oh, god damn it. Another fucking quest. Oh no, that's just informing me that I didn't take Dwemer's stuff too. Okay, that's fine. But yeah. Yeah. So, consent is a very dangerous word to use in the modern day context of sexual consent, and how consent as a word is used in our current culture. But when it comes to power dynamics and the ability to have action over others, it's a very important word to address when you're talking about the majority of people, because the majority of people have more majorative power than the elites, especially if we stop valuing money as the sole source of power. Because in this country, it's arguable that that is the sole source of power. But of course, money is only valuable because humans believe it is. And so it is human thought that has power. And it is the only thing in the world that has power. Because it is able to prescribe value onto things. And if we all collectively decide that money no longer has value, then it simply no longer has value at all. And thus, the people who have the most money are the same people, are the same thing as people who have the most trash. Okay? People who have lots of wealth, who have lots of liquid money, no longer have power, because it's just useless currency. It's useless material. Okay? To the uncivilized individual, quote unquote, money, this paper shit, this cotton paper shit that we exchange to barter for goods, it has no value beyond being a textile, really. I mean, duh. Money is inherently worthless, just as everything is. It is when we decide it doesn't, that it is worthwhile, that it does have worth, that we have control over it. That it has control over us. But realistically, we have control over it. Okay? You see how that works? Yeah. Yeah. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, okay. Oh wait, I gotta go into the Battleborn house anyway. Oh, Oh, no. I guess not. Huh. Alright. Let's see. Is this place locked? Yes, of course it is. So, yeah. What is the level on this? Apprentice? Oh, light work. Light work. Alright, let's go to this house. And then do this quest, head all the way back up to here, right here, and then move over there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Ow, shit. No. Anyways. So. That was a lot. I think that was a lot. Broke down the fundamental beliefs we have in our cultural religion. Okay. Okay. I think for now, I'm just I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to relax. I'm gonna find something to blow my fucking nose. And then, at some point, I'll come up with something else I want to talk about. Because I will never fail to have something to gripe about, to get mad about, to discuss. But for now, I'm going to take a break and just play the game. Oh, they made him hot. Well, no, never mind. I don't like the eyebrows. Yeah, a little too Aryan for me. Okay. But also he is like an Aryan supremacist, so double. I don't really care about him. I don't really have an interest. What? You locked me in, motherfuckers. It's locked for a reason. Well, bitch, it's not a very good reason. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Okay, so. What do we have? Muffle. Yes, give me this. Yoop. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to turn this up just for myself. Oh, what are you doing? How did you see me? What the fuck? You're supposed to be in bed. Why are you looking at me like that? Go away. Go away, motherfucker. Ah, fuck. Oh, went away. Okay. Will this spell wake her up? Let's find out. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I don't really want to take anything else. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. So, what are we dealing with now? What are we dealing with now? Who are you? Rhea. Oh, you're with the companions. Yep. Motherfucker. Hello, officer. Hello, officer. I promise I'm up to nothing bad. I'm just... I think I just alerted a bunch of people. Why are you walking around in the dark? Why did I do that? Why did I accept another quest? God damn it. It's already cleared. Motherfucker, what? Oh, I guess I'm not even trespassing. Huh. Alright. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is new. Oh. Yeah, sure. I'll come with you. Oh, really? I can just teleport myself there. Alley-oop. I need to turn on my fan. Ugh, I gotta maneuver it. Okay, you know what? I think at this point, I really hope you can't hear that. Let me do a quick check. Oh, I think... Okay, I'm going to reduce... I have no idea. I recorded a whole bunch, like... Shit. Okay, you know what? I think this... I really hope you can hear that. Okay. Alright, I think I'm good. Okay. So, what are we doing now? What the fuck? Oh, I should not be here. Okay, whatever. But anyways. Oh, that feels so nice having a fan on me. Cooked potato. Okay, let's get a horse. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do is talk about the Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. That's a book I recently read for my American literature class, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I did. I really did. That's nice. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So we went over some of the themes in class, but nobody brought up what I wanted to bring up, which was the systems of power in it. Pretty obvious. That's what I'd want to talk about, huh? If you've been here long enough. So the systems of power in it. Puritan culture, Puritan religion, Puritan Christianity, Puritan Salem government. How does it all operate to keep the main character, I've already forgotten her name, Hester, within the place of ostracization that she currently lives in? Because Puritan culture, I mean, that is a pretty rustic form of mob rule democracy, where people don't believe, well, people don't have rights yet. It's the 1640s, and so people don't have rights yet. That's plain as day. That's just how it is. And how does that and so mob rule is pretty much the method of dealing with people at that time. And it also had the certain Puritan principles that were imported from England of power dynamics and who gets to be in power, which is primarily rich white men. And what is detrimental to a rich white man? Well, not Hester. She's an adulterer, an adulteress. And so she's actually beneficial to the straight white man because, well, from a patriarchal perspective, she serves a certain carnal need and desire of the man. But what about the women who despise Hester for being an adulteress, who think, oh, she's going to steal my man? That's the first chapter of the book, where a gaggle of women are discussing how much they hate her. Whose fault is that? Who is to blame for the hatred the women feel toward Hester? Well, you can argue that it is the blame of the patriarchal society they live in, and how women are viewed as commodities that are owned by men, and thus they have to adopt a mentality of, well, I have to make sure that he doesn't get rid of me, or else I could be owned by somebody worse, or else I could be completely without value because I'm not owned by anybody. Or is the blame to be had on the women themselves, who, I mean, I'm a feminist. Women have free will. They have autonomy. This is obvious. They have just as much autonomy and free will as men do. So why do they choose to be governed as they do? Why does anybody choose to be governed in the way that they are governed? It is because they accept it. But at the same time, they have so many pressures to accept it. And thus, you capitulate your own power, your own individual selves, in order to satisfy the social order that you live within, so that you can retain presence within the social order. And Hester, the main character, she is desperate to remain in the social order. Otherwise, she would leave. I mean, these motherfuckers, they embroidered a red letter on her chest that signifies her as somebody of less value than others, and thus should be treated as less valuable, even though she is invaluable to the community as a seamstress, as a person who contributes to the society despite her ostracization from it. And yet she chooses to stay. She could go anywhere in the world. And yet she chooses to stay in Salem, where she is pretty explicitly hated. And so, why does anybody stay where they are hated? Why do I, as a gay person, choose to remain in the United States despite being hated here by so many people? Why? Why do I stay? We have the excuse that, well, it's too expensive to leave. Travel and escape is very difficult. But again, we take away the responsibility and agency of ourselves by doing that. By leaving the responsibility of blame up to our circumstances. In reality, I mean, my excuse is that, well, this is where I've always lived. This is, I don't believe that the people around us should have the power to decide whether I get to stay here or not. I choose to live here. I choose to remain here. No. Okay, wait. I'm getting into the truth. My excuse for remaining here is that I don't have the money to travel, to flee. And even if I did have the money, I would have to go through a bunch of legal processes and time to even immigrate, let alone emigrate, let alone migrate. Okay? But these are excuses. I, as a person, do not believe that borders exist. They're imaginary lines on maps. And so I can just sneak into any country I want to. Realistically, we can. We can just sneak into whatever we want to be at and just squat. Because this is, that, right? Is that not obvious? We can just go wherever we want and squat and live there against the consent of others. We can just do that. But fuck! Where do I respawn? What the fuck? Where do I go? Where do I appear? Fucking Christ. Okay. God damn it. Okay. But yeah, we can leave. We can up and leave. Anywhere we are, we can just abandon everything that is around us. We can abandon every connection we've ever made. We can abandon our families. We can abandon our friends, and we can just leave and go somewhere else and build new lives. Squat. Exist against the consent of others. That's what a lot of people do. That's what I could do. Because I have agency. Agency in the fact that I can do whatever I want. Whether other people will let me is a different story entirely. And let is a very important word. Do you remember, anybody who's ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Do you remember that scene where Jobu Tubaki, she, the officer confronts her and he says, we can't let you in. You can't be here. And she says, you're not letting me be here? Because I can be here. And she has that whole interaction where she immediately diminishes the power of the police officer because she has more inherent power than him. She's able to just rewrite the fabric of existence. And thus, as a completely powerful entity, she can do whatever she wants. And in the same way, we can do whatever we want, but we don't have the same power, the inherent ability to act freely and without hindrance as she does. We can do whatever we want, but will other people let us do whatever we want? Because when you have less ability to act than other people, they have power over you in sheer numbers and numbers, because even a gun is just adding to the number that is your quantitative power over another person. Okay? Unless if we devalue death itself and injury and decide that I will die, and I don't care that I die. It's a very dangerous psychology to adopt, but you can, if that's your inclination. You can choose to not value death at all, and in the same sense, not value life enough to preserve it. That's up to you. You can do that. Very dangerous to do so, but possible. And so, why don't I leave? What is the real reason that I'm not leaving the United States and going somewhere else and possibly being even freer than I am in the United States? and freer in the sense that I can live my life without hindrance, without constant reminder that people have power over me, because the majority believes that people are able to have more power over me than they actually do in scientific reality. What is the real reason? And the real reason is completely because I choose to remain here. That's it. Everybody chooses to be where they are. Unless if somebody is actually holding you back. Like if you are in a jail cell and cannot leave, then you simply then this doesn't apply. But as somebody, I mean, border security. Border security has a say whether I'm allowed inside of a country. They can choose not to consent to my crossing the border and seeking asylum or just squatting. They can choose that. They can do that. They can decide, oh no, you can't do that, and so you're gonna get sent back. We're gonna put a gun up to your face, and because I value my own life, I'm going to agree to get moved around and told what to do. Although some days don't say that. I value my life. I'm not suicidal. Anyways, yeah, it's just, I choose. I make this choice to remain here under the belief that others have the power to deny my ability to move. And it is that belief that all people have that allow borders to exist at all. Okay? We have to understand the foundations of why these things exist. It's completely optional. It's completely optional for the masses to believe in borders or not. But it is not optional for the individual to believe that borders exist. Okay, here we go. So, the individual does not have the collective power to deny the existence of borders, unless if they do have the collective power to deny the majority. Because, for instance, Jobu Tupaki has the power to deny the consent, or the lack of consent, of the police officer in the movie. She has infinite power, and so she can do whatever she wants, and nobody can let her, or not let her, do anything. And so, how do you get more power of your own so that you can deny the power of the things around you? Yeah. So anyways, back to the Scarlet Letter. Fuck. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, now what the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? God damn it. Also, that's so crazy strong. Jesus Christ. Wait, I wasn't... Oh, as a quest item. Okay. Probably for the Thieves Guild. No shit. What the fuck? What am I supposed to get rid of? Yeah, that did it. Okay. Sure, fine. Whatever. I guess. But, yeah. Yeah. So, the individual does not have the power to deny the governed, deny the majority, The minority does not have power over the majority unless if it manages to have more inherent power than the majority. And so how do you get inherent power? Well, there's multiple ways. You can be stronger than a certain number of people. For instance, perhaps somebody is physically stronger than, say, 2 people. Which, if you're stronger than 2 of the average person, shit, that's pretty crazy. Whoa, he looks really fucked up. God damn. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Alternatively, you can have intellectual power that is greater than the majority of people combined, which means that you can sway the majority of people into your favor, into believing what you believe, into letting you do whatever you want. Okay? You can possess wealth. You can possess more of what others find valuable in order to have others let you do whatever you want. Okay? And so there are ways to acquire power for yourself that let you rise above the majority and let you do whatever you want. And it's just an abuse of human psychology that allows you to do that. And or an abuse of physical existence to let you do that, you know? And getting stronger, and or having a gun, and or having weaponry that allow you to have more power over others through the intimidation and coercion with the promise of force. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting to me. What the fuck is this? Who are you? Oh, fuck off. Let me see about that backpack. Hunter. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Figure that shit out. The siege moth. What the fuck is this? Bro, I can't do this shit right now. I gotta sell stuff, motherfucker. What? God damn. Okay. Let's see. What is this? What is this shit? Fuck you. Is there a letter in there? Is it a book? Hold on, let's see. What's that? Oh my god, I'm so slow. We gotta drop something. I can't do this. I'm gonna lose my mind. What can I drop? Hey, didn't I sell this stuff? What the hell? How did I get another set of Nordic stuff? Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Okay. Well, I don't want to do this shit right now. This is crazy. I need to go... Let's go to Solitude and sell some stuff. And then we'll do something else. And we'll do the Veterans Retreat. And then we'll go to Iverstead and get the rabbit. And then we go to Riften to get the Stever. And then, yeah, we'll do other stuff. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Abuse human psychology in order to gain the ability to do whatever you want. Not the best message, but it's how it works. That is how it works. Get with it. What the fuck? Didn't I already sell this stuff? What happened to my Boots of the Crusader? What? Yeah, I know I gave her money. What? Okay. What? Where did all this shit come from? What? I thought I sold all this. Oh my goodness. Where? Oh, yeah, I wanted to disenchant those. Fuck it. I'm never gonna use smithing. I guess this is kind of miscellaneous stuff I should do off stream, but whatever. It won't take that long. Also, I might come up with a thought while doing this, although probably not because it's such a mundane task. I guess it has been a while since I sold anything. Then how'd I collect so much shit? I collected so much shit so fast. Can I get rid of this? What does this even do? I forget. Yes, I can get rid of it, although I feel like I shouldn't. Whatever. Whatever. No, give it back. Give it back. I don't know what it's for. I want to test fate. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Investigate the source. Yeah. Let's go here and get him a sword. How can I mute myself without breaking the stream? Give me a sec. Okay. Hello. Okay, good. My microphone is still working. All right. If you can hear my gulping, that would also be humiliating. But whatever. I hope it doesn't pick that up. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Nothing is in here. Because I already cleared it out before. Yep. Okay. Well, it's quick and easy. Very painless. Now I need to steal some food. I guess I have cleared out all the bandit camps here. Huh. Yeah, no, there's nowhere else for him to send me. Okay, I guess. Turn to Frolly obtains if they're seeing that. Yep, okay. Well, I guess I could go over Varis's backstory and just spew about that. I already did in the first episode, but I guess I did change it recently to no longer include abolition, since there's no need for that in the modern day. Hmm. Hmm. Nah, I don't want to do over all that shit. Maybe some other time. That so crazy. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's see here. We're next. Fralia and Sivder, or whatever his name is. Who are you? Oh, I never noticed they actually went inside cities. Those are like a roaming band of people going to the wedding during the Dark Brotherhood questline. I can say that. That's not spoiling, right? I mean, the game's 15 years old. Holy shit, it's 15 years old. Damn. Fuck. I've been playing this game for 12, 13 years. Jesus Christ. Okay. Enough. Enough. And sell this battle axe. I don't need this shit. So much stuff I don't need. Oh, is that a miniature Gildergleam? Oh, look at that. Huh. Nice. Where can I sleep wait for them. Alright, I guess I'll pay for a night at the inn. It's not like I can't afford it. I need a room. I'm not going to be picking up any goddamn quests. No, thank you. I'm looking for work. Please. Leave me alone. Oh, they just disappear at the speed of light, don't they? What can... Oh, I get ebony flesh. Just really easily. You tell me, let's change my channel. What would I be saving my perks up for? $90, $100. What would I save up for? Illusion. There is some stuff in the expert I would enjoy, but I don't really need it. I won't need it until I do the Dark Brotherhood questline, which I probably will do on this character. I can get teleport vitals from Finis Jester and just become an assassin. That could be fun. Just every assassination gets done in instantly. Because I just... Wait, apparition travel? What's this? Allows instantaneous fast travel. Transform into a weapon to evade incoming attacks. 4 times moves and chops fire. Oh my. Oh no. What am I gonna... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I can only get 2. I can only get 2. And so, do I get fast travel, instantaneous, or the unlock? Because I need to unlock stuff. Tell you what, I think I need to petrify. Knowledge is power. Oh, I don't need that. Open expert lock and apparition travel. I can create a bed and just sleep anywhere? Oh, man. Oh, there's a lot of options here. Oh, there's so many options. Oh, wow. Wow. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I was a completely alteration-based mage. I wouldn't know what to do. Okay. I think this, and then this. Just instantaneous fast travel? Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. And no, it doesn't cheapen the game because you've seen me. I've been running and flying and doing bullshit this whole time. I have fast traveled on multiple occasions, but whatever. Whatever. You can do it instantly, and that's a lore friendly. Okay, let's see. Apparition travel. What does it do? I mean, just international. Even more exotic energies. Grandfield, Soul Gems, and Iron Daggers. We've already done the first version of that. I wonder. Okay. Oh, apparition travel and effect. Okay. Okay, Sifter's Amulet from Lars Battleborn. That's crazy. Where's the armor that makes men look like that? I want a really gay homoerotic mod pack. That's what I want. I want male homoerotic mod pack. Why? Okay. Alright. Because I need equality. I want equality. Is that so bad? Is that so hard? What am I doing now? Oh, down here. I need food. I'm kind of hungry in real life. Some other time. Some other time. I just got a bunch of cheese. And this, and these, and these. And then, let's see. The clock says 13:28. Let's get rid of all of our provisions. I don't have any more. Okay. And then, say 13:28. Oh, that's a nice picture. That is definitely Elder Scrolls Online because restoration staves are cool as fuck. They siphon the energy. Ooh, I want to play I want to play Elder Scrolls Online as a sorcerer that uses the restoration staff, so I can never die, and I have minions off the wazoo. 13:30. Look at that. Oh, that is magical, man. That's magical. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this. Look at her. She's trying to fuck with me. Unbelievable. Already dead? She's already dead. Okay. Alright, let's see. Where are we going? All the way down here. Oh, the Stormcloak camp. You see, that's not there until you do the Helden quest. Did I do the Helden quest on stream? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. There, you guys are just experiencing dragons in the world out of nowhere. Fuck. Oh, whatever. Well, I mean, for the last few days, I've just been inebriated while playing Skyrim, so I don't think it would have been that entertaining. Fuck. Well, it probably would have been entertaining to see me drunk, but not as intellectually coherent. You have food on you. Oh, yeah, you do. Now, why does the female mammoth tusk only weigh 5, but the male one weighed 25? I believe that female mammoths and female elephants in nature have the same tusk sizes as males. No, they don't. Don't they? I'll look this shit up. Do male elephants have larger tusks? Yes, they do. Significantly larger. Oh, wow, they do. I've been had. Did male mammoths have larger tusks? Significantly larger, thicker, and more curved tusks than females. I've been had. I have been had. Get 'em. Get 'em. Okay. Oh, I really want to do the cause so I can get that Daedric mount, the horse from Oblivion, from the what is it called? What is Mehrunes Daedon's Plane of Oblivion called? The Deadlands. Yeah, that thing's cool. Give me all this. Do me. Okay, let's get this rabbit. Oh, well, wait a minute. I think I can have all the pets with me. Because, well, ooh. Come with me. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is exciting. Let me. Okay, wait. Woo. I wonder, because pets, they don't really count as followers, at least not the Creation Club ones. I mean, they don't do anything, so I don't imagine they have their own scripts for combat and stuff. Genuinely, they don't react to combat at all. Oh yeah, you guys missed this. You have an apple pie. Then next time I'll give him a dagger. Because Varis would arm his children. Yeah, this is, some kid that was in Windhelm that I just said, you want to get adopted? He was like, sure. So now he lives here. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so we have a bunch of mushrooms I want to plant. Wait a minute. Am I not able to plant the Shivering Isles fungi? Wait a minute. No, because I sold them like a dumbass. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna do some Saints and seducers ingredients from Skyrim. Okay, I want to see the ingredients offered in this mod. Items. Bliss bowed thorax, flame stalk, harp. Okay. Let me just see help flame stalk. Add item OC095A231. No. Okay, how about FE01682A? No. Well, now. Well, now, what do you mean I can't grow? No, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I can't grow Daedric plants. This is unacceptable. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm gonna leave Miko because he technically is a combat follower, so I'll just leave him there. And then I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, we're going to collect all these guys. Alright, come with me. Come with me. You come with me. And you come with me. We're gonna be a big, happy, traveling family. Of just pets. Pets on pets on pets. And they're probably gonna get in my way many times. They're gonna get in my way a lot, I bet. Are they included here? Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What about the other ones? Can I only have 2 at a time? Oh, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. Well, I'm gonna keep the spider. Because I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, but I don't need you then. Wait for me at home. Golden Hills Plantation. Well, that's just insane. I can't have as many of these animal followers as I want. That's not right. That's not right. Which one should I do? Hilda. I would take you with me if I was a necromancer character. I'd probably take you if I was an alteration mage, because, well, that makes sense. But, so we're just gonna take you. You come with me. Okay. So, are we sure? Squeal. You must dismiss one of your pets before you hurt another. Well, that's not right. That's just not right. I should have as many as I want. I should be able to have them all follow me. They should all be able to follow me. This instantaneous teleportation. Oof, I like it. Ooh, I like it. It should cost you your entire magicka pool each time you do it. Oh, it does. It costs like 200 magicka. Yeah, it costs 293 magicka. Hey, that's fine with me. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, let's see here. You guys cheaping up? Yeah, they'll get on my tail anyway. They'll catch up. Whoa, who's that? Oh. Dead on arrival. Hey, there you are. Where's the spider? Where is she? Yeah, there you are. Moving in the grass there. Good creature. Yep. Okay, let's see. Arachnia. How original. But yeah, Arachnia would be Varys's favorite pet because Varys is a follower of Mephala. You know, the goddess of spiders. So, yeah, he would love Arachnia. So, that's why I chose her. Come with me. And because I just like spiders. And if you don't, well, if you're worried about spiders in the big old year of 2026, you got your priorities out of order. And I know arachnophobia is a phobia because it's irrational, but you got your priorities out of order. We got bigger fish to fry than fucking spiders, man. We got bigger fish to fry. Like, let's get serious, man. Let's get fucking serious. Like, come on now. It's fucked out here. I really want to summon Spider Daedra. Do they have Spider Daedra in this mod pack? Wait a minute. It's an expert level tome. I should have been able to select it. I should be able to get it from Finis Jester. Where do I get Spider Daedra? Oh, this is a new mission. This is the new mission. Oh, that was easy. This joke. It's trying to get my way. Look at that. Well, actually, you know what? In most mod packs, I can't even go through this joke. Huh. Cool. Oh, wait. I did get open expert lock. Let's move on to that. Also, let's get rid of this shit. Favorites. I don't need this anymore. I don't really need that, but I'll keep it anyway. I don't need this, don't need that. No, I'll keep that. Don't need this. Wait a minute, I have expert level conjuration. I mean, alteration. That means I can add to Mikado's recital. 2 with expert. So I can have this. Hey, nice. 2 out of 2 spells sword. Nice. Ooh. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I guess if I'm playing the game and streaming it, I should explain what's happening more. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So, I gotta find something else to talk about. Shit. I guess I should just talk about Varys. Huh. Yeah. Oh no, we're just gonna... Oh my goodness. Why is he not taking damage? I guess he is taking damage, but damn, it's slow. Okay. Oh! Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. He has infinite magicka. Infinite magicka. Why was he just able to keep on casting? What the fuck was that? What the hell was that? Goodness. That was crazy. That was unacceptable. You know what? Let me summon both of these at the same time. Maybe then we'll get better results. Goodness. But that was nuts. That was crazy. Whoa, it immediately died. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Jesus, look at this shit. Oh my goodness. Are all my minions just dead? What's going on here? Goodness. Oh, is he taking control of my astronauts? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Oh, what a fucker. Oh, what an asshole. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do now? Unbelievable. Oh, where are you going? Where's that guy going? Okay. Yeah, these astronauts are so strong. What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do, man? What the fuck? What the fuck? They last so long. Yeah, he's just able to turn everybody against me. This is fucked. This is absolutely fucked. So what's he waiting for? Well, now, this is just gonna take a while. If he's able to just command and take control over all of my summons... Oh, God. Yep, he just took control of them. What the fuck? Oh my God. This is a nightmare. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? How do you fight this shit? I mean, there's no way for me to just decide, oh no, you can't take control of my shit. Like, what? There's nothing I can do. Unless if master level conjuration spells allows me to... Wait, your knowledge conjuration ultimately targets a master level spell, you can cast miss complex spell this formless. Nope. Okay. Stronger and dead, no. You master con flexibility, a trait only most strong. You can also send 3 summons of any type simultaneously. There's no way for me to just say, hey, you cannot have power. You cannot take advantage of my people. There's no way for me to just say, fuck you. That's right, I was going to do that. Huh. Spell cost for all sorts of magic. Yeah, that's just really strong. Okay, we're going to start investing into this, and then that. Is there anything that I can do against this fucking shit? I mean, really, the only thing I can do is just keep on summoning. Just hope my Pokemon... Just hope that my Pokemon deck just outlasts him. Which is so fucking boring. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this shit. It's unimaginable. Unimaginable torture. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. I have a beautiful idea. Oh, shit. Oh, no, 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 no. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go through my idea. Jesus Christ. You wanna see some shit? You wanna do this to me, motherfucker? Oh my god. Why isn't this working? Put down your fucking... Hey! What the fuck is going on here? Why is it only casting random elemental spells? What is going on here? Why is he only taking elemental damage? There should be a random effect that allows him to just die instantly, or at least, like, you know, turn into an animal or something. So why is he able to have this ward up forever? What the fuck? This is the worst. This is the fucking worst. I'm so mad. This is so awful. He just has a ward up at all times. What am I supposed to do? What a fucker. So fucking annoying. And then my dagger does no damage. This is the fucking worst. Genuinely the fucking worst. Put down that fucking ward. Also, how would you be able to do this as a martial class? How would you be able to fight against a dragon priest? How would you be able to do this as, like, I don't know, somebody who just uses a dagger? How? How the fuck are you able to do this? I don't understand. Genuinely. I don't know a single level you can get to in the game as somebody who just swings a sword where you would be able to do anything against that. Like, what the fuck? That's fucking deranged. That's right. We're talking about the Scarlet Letter, huh? Well, yeah, I give my 2 cents on it, but I really liked it. I really liked it. I really liked Pearl. She's cool. She's really cool. Definitely an example of a liberated spirit who did not have to grow up around the toxic culture in the same manner as her mother did, as the other kids did. So yeah, it was neat. Seeing somebody be raised in a way that is actually productive towards their own free will. Yeah, I like that. And it's heavily based on Hawthorne's own daughter, Una, which I must imagine he raised her in a way that fostered her own free thought, which, hey, A+ dad. Very few dads are at all capable of doing that. They're by and large, they fulfill a role, not an encompassing sector. You know? One of my astronauts ended up in the boss's chamber. Okay. Yeah. Very nice. Very good book. So wordy. Could have all been condensed down into a few minutes, into like a few pages. Like not much happens at all. But that's fine. It's just, god damn. Okay, so whale, snake, bird, whale. Whale, snake. Huh. And then bird, whale. Why am I walking like this? This is stupid. Okay. Oh, damn. I've been sitting. How do people sit and stream for 10 hours a day? I'm like, my ass gets numb after like an hour. I guess they do needles or some shit. I don't know. They do like exercises. I don't know. I've never watched. I've never paid attention visually to a stream long enough to know. I've only ever listened to it. To me, streams are like podcasts. Because I don't really watch many video game ones. I usually watch political streams. Now, what's this? Is it dying? I don't know. Okay. I don't know why I'm picking up these potions. Ooh, I don't need them. Beautiful. Whoa, I know. Get in there. Why aren't you moving? Oh, because you're not outside the door. Where am I walking? My chapstick. Okay. I love cherry chapstick. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. As if I need to pull that. I have no followers to take with me. Which one is it? Oh, that one. Okay. Kill him! Hey, dead. unless. Oh, no, I'm good. Hey, now I can get the, a third summon through the, Destiny thing. That's nice. Again, why am I picking up potions? It's just shit for me to sell. I have never, like, I almost never used potions in these playthroughs that I've ever done for Skyrim. I mean, I have for this mod pack, anytime I don't have a healing spell. But that's it. That's really it. I do not use them. Hey. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? What's next? Okay, we gotta go down to the rift. Find and tame a unicorn. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the rift, get that, then come up here to get that. Or do this first, I guess. I just would take the road to do that. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right, I want to sleep. So I can get the level up. Then have my third summon. Amass an army. Armada. I guess I could also do this quest. Then I'm going to be carrying around... Oh, never mind. Okay. Doop. Ah, damn. Okay. And then, yep, this is what we want to have. Reduce the cost even more. And now, do go into this. Open path. And voila. All the way up here. We're going to make one additional minion. Oh, yeah. And then, next, I'm going to get this. Well... Fortify enemy attacks against you, neighbor allies may increasing yourself. I think I should get this healing presence. Yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, so this healing presence, hopefully, that'll work on astronauts. Because if it doesn't, then that means this is of no use to astronauts, which would be fucking awful. Okay. Let's see. Doop, doop, doop. Yoop. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah, we just win everything now. We just win. Until it comes to Dragon Priests. And they just take control of all three minions. That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Okay. I don't really want to fight anything. I just want to go straight to Riften. Go and get that unicorn, and then come into the city. Oh no, what's this? Kill them all. Okay. Gives art scenes. Do. Get out of my way. Maybe I should go to this excavation site first. Oh, I think the way you get into there is through tower. Dark light tower, some shit. Oh, this day HO is in this mod. That's what that weird thing there is. So teleporter tower. Yeah, I should do that. Maybe I should do Project AHO after I complete all these quests. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Boom. Immediately. I really need to find a way to get around the Dragon Priests. Because otherwise I won't be able to beat the game without fucking using console commands every time I fight one. And it gets to a point where it takes up so much time, I might as well just press, type in kill on it. Oh, I got it right. Dark Light Tower. God, I've been playing this game for too long. Like, years. I know too much. Okay. Let's clear it out. Yeah, this place is gonna be a walk in the park for me now. Hello. Things here, but never taking innocent life. Innocent life is. Oh yeah. All right, I'll help you. Let me in. Going up this tower, I've done it so many times across so many playthroughs. For a long time, I hated this place so much, but I really liked her as a follower, so I would just tough it out all the time. But I don't need her now. I haven't had her as a follower in years. Wait, that's a Storm Worm and Wyrm, and these guys are just able to kill it? What? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Kill the rat. What? Guys. Can... Ooh. Ooh. I just bitch slapped him. Ooh. Okay. Oh. What was that? Avoid the trap. Yeah, that's right. She gives us a key to open that. Where is she? Okay, she's in there. Move. All you have to move. Give me the key! Oh, how dare she. There we go. What? 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 Okay. Whatever. I guess. I guess. Whoop. What? Who was that? Who was that? Where'd she come from? Outrageous. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the skeever, train the unicorn, clear out that mine shaft or whatever it is, and then I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna consume. You know what? Oh, I just had a thought. Ooh, I just had a juicy thought. But it's gone now. It's gone. It just instantly left. You know what? Let's discuss what I think people should vote for in a truly democratic system where there is various groups of people that choose not to engage in democracy or do anything but mooch off the benefits of society in a democratic system. That person is still a human. And if we believe in universal human rights, then everybody, no matter how productive they are in a society, where is it? Whatever. No matter how productive they are in a society, should be deprived of those rights. Nobody, no matter how productive they are in a society, should be deprived of those rights. I read the UN Charter for Universal Human Rights, and I believe in the words that are said there. What's going on? Why am I not able to cast? Why does it suddenly cost so much to this shit? What the fuck? Okay. Maybe it's something that these... What the fuck is that? What is that? What's that fox doing there? What's going on there? That was interesting. I had not seen that before. But also, it didn't seem very strong. It didn't seem very capable. Oh boy. It's gonna take a while. Ooh. Oh, what? Master. Okay. Oh, this person might have a key for it. What'd I just pick up? I do shit so fast. What'd I just pick up? I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, a black soul gem. Okay, let's see. What do you got? Well, I'll be. We'll get up there eventually. Okay, so what do you do with moochers? If we want to use that word. As we can all imagine what that means because we've been propagandized to believe what that what imagery should spawn in your mind the moment you hear that. So I think that basic human needs should be met. Okay? I think people have a right to water. They have a right to food. The UN almost voted for a right to food, and then the United States and I think Israel voted against it. So that's why food isn't a universal right now, because we have the resources to feed everyone in the world, but we choose not to because of the means of distribution. That's a fact. That's what that UN vote proved. And so your basic needs as a human being, as an organic life form, should be met. However, and right to healthcare, right to read the UN Charter for the Universal Human Rights, and I believe in that. I believe in the words in that document, and I believe that humans are entitled to those things. And as such, I think if you choose to do nothing in a society where you are responsible to do things, to engage, you are responsible for how society operates, for how it functions, you are responsible for your vote, and your vote is responsible for how the world works, then you should only have access to those basic human rights. I mean, okay, so other people's labor is required in order for you to have those rights. But because they are universal human rights, that's just the baseline for what should be allowed, for what should exist for every human on Earth. And so these people who consider that mooching, they consider living and existing as mooching, well, we can't break that unless if we make them believe in universal human rights and understand that even the moochers have rights even have those same rights. And so the people who do genuinely nothing in society, that is different from how we view moochers. Moochers, I mean, they are going to exist in society and be doing stuff in society that the people who call them moochers just don't view as valuable and thus worthy of rights. Okay, that's the psychology. Now, if everything a human does is valued, but not equally, because I personally do not think that all things everybody does should be viewed equally. Even though that kind of counteracts the things I was saying a little bit ago. With administrative work versus labor work and how they can be equalized in terms of power dynamics. I personally don't think that there's a whole lot to think about here, because the lazy people who are unwilling to participate in society, they should have the basic universal human rights, but they shouldn't have access to all the extra benefits that a society might have. And if a majority within a democracy decide that they want to add more rights to the universal human rights, then that's fine. But if there's extra stuff on top of those rights that are not considered rights but considered privileges, according to the majority and what has been voted on in a democratic system. What the fuck? What is this place? This is nuts. Huh. Okay. Well, let's explore. Well, I guess I'm not. Okay. You know what? After this, I'm gonna go to sleep. Go eat. But goodness. So, if there are extra privileges in a society, such as what would be considered a privilege in society, because when universal human rights are met, that's right to healthcare, right to food, right to clean water. Do you have a right to shelter? I think that is included in the universal human rights. I certainly believe that people should have a right to shelter. And so that they aren't dying in the street. So what are the privileges of society? Well, expensive clothes. Clothes, I think, are a human right under the universal human rights. And so, expensive clothes, like, just anything that exists is typically going to be a higher version of what is already considered a universal human right. Okay, we can imagine, right? Okay. I guess I should try to list that which is a privilege and not a right. So, high-tier luxury items, such as stuff that an artisan would make, that a craftsman would make. Furniture is not a human right, but shelter is. And if you don't want to engage in society at all, then you're probably not producing whatever is necessary for you to go out and get furniture and earn furniture. This is really weird. It's weird. It's a weird conversation because it's like you're trying to quantify what somebody deserves as a human being, but whether you deserve is different from earn. Okay, you don't earn anything when you're born, but you deserve things when you're born. You deserve rights. Okay, they're inalienable, and yet they're constantly alienated. So the extra stuff, the stuff that you don't need to live, you don't have a right to, I mean, if you're not working for it, if you're not working to acquire that which you desire but do not need, then you're not going to get it. I feel like that's pretty obvious. I mean, what are we doing here? It just seems obvious. But of course, the people who often think of moochers, they will not consider a very great many needs as something you deserve. Okay? A lot of people, such as the American administration, do not believe that food is a universal human right. They didn't vote for it. So, we're led to believe in this country that when they nickel and dime you for food, for sustenance to live, which if you get it cheaply, it's going to be poor, malnutritious, bad for you, just make you like ruin your internal systems, like fast food. The cheaper the food, the worse it is, in many such cases. And they believe that we've been led to believe that, okay, yeah, we should accept this. We should accept that food that the majority of people can only afford is what's acceptable, and that's what we can live with. And it's not even a right to have bad food. In fact, it's a privilege to have good food. It's an extraordinary privilege to have good, nutritious food in the United States. I can't afford vegetables most of the fucking time. I can't afford that shit. That's extra. That's a privilege. Vegetables are a privilege to me. I'd love nothing more than to eat veggies all day, every day. I love them. I love cooking them. I love cutting them up. I love doing whatever. But that's a privilege. To me, that's a privilege. Because that shit's so expensive. Oh, and you want to get organic? Personally, I don't care. I don't care about the difference between organic or GMO because I can't afford either. I can't afford either, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you try to go organic, good fucking luck. Good luck. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah. When it comes to the moochers, a lot of it is propagandized to, oh, well, this is why we don't. With it, a lot of the arguments around moochers is designed to deny universal human rights. Okay? That's it. And so, in that vein, do we, how does this tie into a universal income? Here we go. So this is, I think the argument around a universal income is by and large a failure of priorities and prioritization of values. Okay? The universal income is the capitalist solution, is the socialist solution to a capitalist problem. Here we go. So you can only think that a universal income is good because your needs are privileges and need to be bought and begged for. Okay? Universal income is not the same thing as universal human rights and having your basic needs met. It allows you to purchase your basic needs or not. But, I mean, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? This is where we're at. We're begging for a universal human income that'll probably be as useless as Social Security? Come on now. We can't even tax the billionaires on what they're doing right now. And you think we can tax them enough to afford universal income? We need to tax the wealthy first, make them pay their fair share, because they don't. Anybody who says they do is fucking kidding themselves, because they're very vocal about how they skirt the tax system all the time. They talk about it flippantly. They talk about it proudly. They talk about how they don't pay their fair share in taxes with such gusto, such bravado, such confidence that we won't rise up and fucking put their heads on spikes, that they put it in books, they put it in media. The Kardashian show is completely funded on this shit. All these mega rich reality TV shows are funded on the idea that they do not have to pay taxes. And they celebrate it. They celebrate the fact that they don't have to pay taxes because they have control of the tax code. Pedophiles, elite pedophiles in this country have decided that, oh, we're going to set up the tax code so that it's easily negotiable and optional for us. But the rest of you have to pay for it to subsidize our lives through government contracts, defense contracts, all sorts of bullshit, funding the economy and funding our lifestyles by being our little worker bees, and you can just get fucked on every issue, in every circumstance, for any reason we decide. Tough titties. And I think that a universal income, well, I've already said it, it's a misprioritization of values. You have to tax the wealthy in order to implement social services that allow you to meet your basic universal human rights. And then, after that's been met, there will probably be enough people in society that are productive and fed and meeting their basic nutritious goals and what their body needs, what their lives need, what their minds need, all while doing other stuff to, have access to whatever income that allows them to have the extra privileges I was talking about. Then if we get to a point where society is so productive because everybody is living according to what they need, then you get to have a discussion about universal income. Okay? Because if all needs are met and we just have so much money lying around, well, hey, if we're so productive as a society that we have ascended beyond the stars and or created such efficient uses of energy that it allows us to live our lives without worry of running out of money, because we just got so much of it. We're producing so much. We're just doing so much. We've created the ability to mine asteroids and get all the resources we need out of those because we value those resources, and those resources allow us to create infrastructure and all sorts of stuff. Then hey, maybe then we can start talking about a universal income, because then you're able to afford the privileges in life. But until we have universal human rights, what's the fucking point? It's a distraction. It's a consolation prize, not for existing, but for getting fucked all the time, every day. Okay? That's it. It's a distraction from what you really need. Because when you commodify existence, what's the point of living? Really? The point of living is meeting your own happiness. Because if your life is a commodity, so is everything else. And so, because I'm commodifying my own life and everything in it, it has no true meaning besides buying and spending. That's the lie. That's the lie. We're alive. We think, and thus we have value. We have value that is intrinsic and cannot be bought and sold. And now we're going to allow these billionaires, the people who govern us, to put a price, an allowance on our lives. My life is not an allowance. You do not allow me to live. I choose to live, and I will fight in order for everybody else to have the basic needs that allow them to live without the incessant commodification of existence and the constant destruction of our psyches, our communities, our civilizations. Okay? Boy, sometimes I really do sound like a socialist, and yet I say I'm not one. But, like, I'm making sense. I think. This place is really big, and I'm getting really hungry. Okay. I think that's a really good place to end on. That's a really good message to end on. And, yeah. Doop. I think we'll come back next time. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me get to that. Let me just save. Put the screen up. And quit. Okay. Today was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of topics. Bye-bye.